What's up, everyone? It's Nate Everyday I'm Hustling. Happy New Year. This is the 2021 version of yours truly, and we appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us today. Today, we're going to be doing a video on the 8 players that have really shocked me and shocked the league. Some guys you might want to pick up now before the prices really jump. I tried to stay away from like really the huge names of the game. Some up and coming players or players that so far through 4 or 5 games, depending on the schedule, have really shot up the depth charts or getting a lot of playing time or just really showing how awesome of a player they are. So without further ado, my number 8 player, Mikal Bridges from the Phoenix Suns. Out of the first 5 games of the year, he's averaging 33 minutes per game, shooting 56%, 50 from 3, and is scoring roughly about 15 points a game. The thing that's really shocked me has been his 3-point shooting. If you look at it at the games he played so far, he's been basically lights out. 50% from 3 is definitely something in this day and age in the NBA is very important. You might want to check out his prices. If you got his PSA 10 silver right now, selling for roughly almost $300, and his raw prices are right under $75 right now, guys. Staying with the Suns, been doing really well, is Cam Johnson.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. That's so love, bro.
Cam Johnson has done really well coming off the bench. 22 minutes per game, 55% from the field, 44 from 3, and is averaging 14 points per game. Really super efficient from the field, scoring. Coming out of college, I knew he was going to be a sharpshooter. Was hoping that Phoenix would be good enough where he would get enough of the spotlight and actually get some attention. Now that they're becoming the team that I was hoping for, he's starting to get a little bit of that. If you look at his prices, his PSA silvers have went from under $300 around like the $275 mark, and they jumped almost up to $450, which is a huge jump. And anytime you see the silver prices jumping like that, you know his PSA 10s are going to do the same thing. Right now, his PSA 10s $150 mark. Before the start of the season, they were around the $80 mark. So definitely a uptick in price, but there's a lot more that you'll see with his bases now that silver's starting to get a lot of attention. His average sell price per card on his raw cards for his base, you know, they're really cheap. If you get the PSA 10, which is only 210 population, it's going for around 150. And his silvers, you can get his silvers for probably around $75. So for my number 6 guy, kind of a shocker. A lot of people weren't really talking about the trade that happened between the Pistons and Houston. It was a sign and trade deal. Christian Wood, he has had an amazing season so far as well. He is averaging 25 points, shooting 40% from 3, averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, and is also dropping a couple assists, couple blocks. So for him to be the second top scorer to, of course, James Harden on the Rockets, for most people, they probably think Harden and John Wall would be the top 2 scorers on that team, but actually Christian Wood has really shown out. He had 31 points versus Portland, 23 against Denver, and 21 against Sacramento. So you could see the consistency there, and he's able to score in bunches if needed, as you see in that Portland game with 31 points. If you guys look at his price charts now, there was only one real true rookie with Christian Woods, and there was no data on Market Mover, sadly, of it, but I saw his rookies going for about $100 in his true rookies back in 2015. So if you get his Donruss rated rookie, probably pay around $100 right now. That is the only real true rookie that you can get for him, and that will have him a 76ers jersey. Very hard to find his rookie with it being only one set, so keep that in mind. Very awesome pickup there. So with my next pick, I'm going to be going to Atlanta Hawks, and we're going to go check out John Collins, who can play the small ball 5, can play the power 4 position, can shoot the 3 pretty decently. Young guy. I was picking up some of his base stuff and things like that towards the end of last year because I kind of figured that the Hawks were going to be an awesome team. He started every game for them, averaging 18 points a game, shooting a really high percentage, 56% for the year so far from the field. His 3-point shooting is a little bit down, but for his career, he's 36%. Always going to be a decent rebounder. Because he wasn't in the bubble, I think a lot of his prices has stayed pretty stagnant. I think there's a lot of uptick in his prices that could be had. As you guys can see, his PSA 10 is right around like the 150 mark-ish, going close to 200 now. His silver, which population is 245, over the $500 mark. And then his raw silver, you can pick up probably for close to $100. So from 100 to 500, you can find one that's a PSA 10. That's a huge jump. Definitely want to think about grading his stuff, especially his silvers and things in Prism. Just picked up one of his Prism Disco autos for $50 on auction. All right, for my next guy, I'm gonna go with good old Colin Sexton from my buddy Pittsburgh, Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now he's averaging 25 points per game, shooting at 55% from the field, 60 from three, which is amazing. Can pass the ball, playing pretty good so far this year. His card prices have taken a huge jump. As you can see, before the season started, his PSA 10 was a little over the 250 mark, and now that he's exploded off the scene, and they won those three games, and he's been pretty productive and shooting pretty well. Now his PSA 10 silver is close to the $800 mark. So that's a huge jump from what it was right before the season started. And then you see how his Prism has made it too. You could have picked up his Prism PSA 10 for probably around 150. Now it's over that 250 mark in the $300 plus range. So if you're buying in his stuff, PSA 10 already graded for around 150, you're doubled your money already in the last week, which is amazing. So definitely keep an eye on Colin Sexton and the Cavs. Who knows what they're going to do this year? So for my next guy that I'm looking at, Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Buckets, aka Jimmy Butler, not really playing that much right now because he's having some ankle issues and things like that. I think he's really stepped up his game, and I think he was going to do that anyway. He signed that huge contract, and he's almost like a Giannis type player in a way. You know, he'll bring the ball up a little bit from time to time or move up the break. Really good in the paint, scoring, rebounding. You've seen his defense against Tatum last year in the playoff game where he blocked that shot. What an amazing play. So for him, I'm really, anytime you can get a guy who plays both sides of the ball as well as he does, you know, he tends to get a little more hype. That's kind of like what I look for. I try to find guys that play really good defense, can score as well, young, and he definitely checks all that boxes for me. His prices has definitely taken another jump as well. You can see his silvers are on a really great trajectory, which is something you want to look at. If his silvers are going up like a pretty high trajectory, soon will be his Prisms PSA 10s. You always look at what the silver's doing first, and then you see the PSA 10. It's doing pretty well. The other ones are kind of stayed the same, but like I said, it's going to take silver, then the Prism will go, and then the others will fall as well. You can pick up his raw base really cheap, Prism base for really cheap. His silvers have been in like the 125 range raw, as you would expect, because his graded PSA 10s are over the $900 mark right now. So definitely check out the Young Heat. They have a really great team, great culture down there. Definitely check out Bam Adebayo. All right, guys, we're down to our last two, and these guys are definitely a little more expensive, but they have taken those leaps. Joel Embiid has been a Sixer for life. Trust the process, he says. Well, I think the process is really starting to actually work right now. His stats have been pretty solid so far. 4 games, 32 minutes, 52% from the field, almost 40% from three, 82% from the foul line, 12 rebounds, few assists, few blocks, 26 points a game. So it's over his career high. The most important thing is the Sixers are winning. They're 4-0. They have a great offensive situation with all the shooters they have with Joel and Ben Simmons, which is exactly what they need. They need that floor spacing so Joel can work in the post, so Ben Simmons can drive and do his thing. And then you have Curry and Danny Green and a few other guys that can shoot the three. They're going to be impressive this year, guys. So I'm really high on the Sixers this year. Joel's prices, as you can see, look at that upward tick on his silvers. There's only 57 of his silvers in existence for PSA. His last sell was almost $3,000. And then his PSA 10s, there's 981. They've stayed pretty stagnant, but I think with success that they're having and the way that the silvers have jumped, I really think that his Prisms will really get some love as well as their selects. Like I said, silver's got to get love first, then the PSA Prisms, and then the other stuff will follow right after. So Optic and Select will soon get that big jump, I believe, as long as everything stays the course that it's at right now and they continue to win and he stays healthy. Definitely some money in Embiid if you could pick up his Prisms, which it is at 14 draft class, so it's a little harder to find, but if you can, it's definitely worth your money. Without further ado, my last guy that I'm super excited about, and I picked up a lot of his stuff and I have stuff of his getting graded right now, Jaylen Brown. With Gordon Hayward leaving, no Kemba Walker, playing 33 minutes a game, 56% from the field, 44% from three, is a guy that will get you stats in almost every category. So he's a decent defender, active on the glass, wants to get his teammates involved, so he'll get the assists and steals and all that type of stuff. But look against Memphis. Now, Memphis is a depleted team. Scored 42 points in 29 minutes, shot 70% from three during the game. Amazing stats. He had another good game against Milwaukee, which Milwaukee's a good team. Defensively with Jrue Holiday and Giannis. He put up 33, 27 against Brooklyn, another great team. So he's putting up points against great competition, and he's actually leading the Celtics in scoring right now, which I thought Tatum would really take charge, and I'm really high on Tatum as well, especially because, like I said, with the absence of these other guys, it's given them a lot of opportunity to be able to jump in there and get the ball, because it's tough when you got five people that want the ball all the time. Now that only, they're down to like two or three guys that are like the main guys on offense, I really think Jaylen Brown's going to have really awesome statistics moving forward, as well as Jason Tatum. That's it for today, guys. I just wanted to drop the video. Happy 2021. I hope this year is awesome for you as well for everyone else. Hopefully we get out of this pandemic and everything. We will see you on another video. Definitely check out our auctions that we have every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, either on my channel, Pittsburgh channel, or Gate City Pickers channel. So that's it for today, guys. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you.